Hiya folks, it's Kikoskia here, and welcome back to Let's Play Betrayal at Krondor. And when last we left off, we managed to persuade Tamney to go back to Northwarden. And my, what a reward we got. 3 100 condition diamonds. This has brought our money up to 12,624 after buying one of these horns. We also have this lovely piece of blessed dragon plate armor. Now, we've been told to go and get the plans for what the goblin archers are planning on doing that are working with the moredhel. But before I go to that area, I want to go and check on Northwarden to see if the conversation there has changed. So, into the palace, talk to you. We've found Tamney as you requested. He's told us he'll be returning here as quickly as possible. I appreciate your efforts, but I have other matters to concern me at the moment. I still do not like the look of this battle. Is there anything you need from me? Well, actually, no. Go on then, I have a few things to do myself. Okay, so nothing new there, that dialogue repeated. What we need to do is go this way. We have not been this way yet, and this is the road that brings us to Raglan. Hopefully this road isn't also going to be full of death. Oh look, it's full of death. Although he'd beaten tremendous odds, he knew the sheer numbers of opponents could easily overwhelm them. We won't be able to take all these fellows. Maybe we could find another tactic to get in. I highly hope that tactic is talking to them, because if it's not talking to them, we are in some trouble. Let's have a conversation. A band of goblins milled in the roadway. James stared hard at the leader of the goblin band that faced them. At his side, Locklear counted heads, silently calculating the combined worth of the mercenary force. "What do you think, Lockie?" James muttered. "Whatever Delacon's game is, he's paying for it." Locklear replied grimly. "Goblin mercenaries charge small fortunes for their services, and by my guess there's at least 1,000 sovereigns worth of them here. I don't think they'll attack us unless they think we're getting too close. We might be able to negotiate a passage price." "Pah!" Patra spat. "Dark brothers are dark brothers. They're just mean-spirited, period." Stepping out of the ranks of the enemy, a tall, pale, complected goblin drew his sword and pointed at James. Speaking the kingdom tongue with some difficulty, he glared at them with black eyes. "You speak price of passage," he said. "Durgan here speaking of you, and tell to Gullah. Gullah consider and say price of passing is being thousands of 2 sovereigns." "Thousands of 2, James repeated. "You mean 2,000 sovereigns?" Gullah nodded. "If you pay, we shall let you pass. If you come closer, and not pay, we kill you. You give us thousands of 2? "Don't think we have much choice." "Yes." James produced the required amount. Throwing it at the feet of the goblin, he waited for it to be collected by the scrambling mercenaries. "You promised passage," James said. "Yes," the goblin replied. "We not fight, nor shall any our company you meet. Tell them you paid your way at Gullah's command. We will fight for your baron." As the goblin leader moved away, Locklear chuckled as he whispered to James's ear. "Imagine the look on Baron Gabbert's face when that lot marches up to Northwarden and announces they'll be fighting on his side. He'll have a fit." James smiled. "Too bad we won't be there to see it." Right, we can move on. So none of these people are going to hurt us. Ooh. I mean, there's a sword here. It's in terrible condition, but, you know, repairing a sword is repairing a sword. We would definitely not have made it through all these soldiers. It would have probably been like an infinite number of extremely difficult encounters that would have just ended in our horrendous demise. So I'm quite glad that we could pay, although I'm a little sad that we also pay. Goblins halted them. "Gullah said we could pass," James said, shouting at the waiting band. "You have a new contract with us." Bewildered, the goblin hordes argued amongst themselves, the leader at last shouting for silence. "You pass," he shouted back. "If Gullah say, we obey. You will not be harmed." Good. Poison rations? Yeah, don't want those. Anything cool over here? There's a well. Locklear took a water pouch out of his pack and leaned over the well. A strange smell invaded his nose, and he sniffed it again suspiciously. It seemed to be coming from the well. He leaned over even more and tried to focus his gaze on the water below, but could not distinguish it from the murky darkness. As Patras approached, he held his hand to stop him. "I do not think this is ordinary well water." "Are you going to try to drink some?" asked Patras. "No." Putting away their water pouches, Locklear noticed something he hadn't seen before, a small dead bird next to the well. "I believe we have made the right decision," he said. "Yep. Don't drink the poisoned water, it will kill you. Also, can't sleep here right now. We're currently in massive hordes of warriors." The wind howled. Eyeing the gap, which was the mouth of Northwarden Pass, James turned to Locklear and clapped him on the back. "So how about a little fun, old friend?" "You know I've lost friends every time I've gone into the Northlands," Locklear replied coldly. "Brownwyn, Captain Moyet." James nodded. "Sounds to me like you've got something to pay them back for, then. What do you say we go stir up trouble with Delacon's troops in the Northlands?" Yes. They marched in silence. Fearing that the sound of their kingdom's speech could carry the cold, they moved as quickly as possible through the treacherous Northwarden Pass, each steeling himself for the difficulties that lay ahead as they surveyed the snow-covered landscape. Well, we're here. We are here. In the Northlands. Curiosity overcame him. Peeling back the thick hide which covered the frame, Locklear chanced to look inside. Whoa! That's some nice stuff. That's 100% condition elven armor. That's a really nice bow. An elven crossbow, 25 plus quarrel. This is 40 plus quarrel, but the accuracy is not great. You know what? We're taking these. They're going to be worth something. Also, normal rations? Normal rations. Right, you can have those. Actually, split these 3 and 3. 3 and 3. I'll take all this loot. Anything nice in here? A little less nice, but you know, I'll take this one. I'll absolutely take it. I'll also have a look in... Oh, I'll have a look in here too. Hi! That's more rations. And a sword that we can fix up. Also, our inventory is already pretty full. This does not surprise me. Do I want to take this armor? It's really good armor. You can afford to carry it. We can't afford, however, to get into trouble in this combat. That said, we do have a lot of healing supplies, so hopefully we'll be okay. I see... Looks like a giant to me. Might not be. We're set then. Let's just hope our advance is undetected or our advantage will be lost. Hello! Locklear stumbled. Darn it, there are 3 giants. Well, charge the giant. 50. And you're just going to have to hit this brigand. The brigand is down. Rocks! I really like the rock sound. Oh, don't hit Patras with your rocks. You know what, if you're going to try to hit Patras with rocks, we're going to feathers a rhyme you. Aha! A fine hit, Patras. Okay, you're going to take on this... I'm accidentally going to click so you move. Never mind. Okay, heal. Hit. And take out this giant, please. Just keep healing. Oh, glad you missed. 1 down. 2 down. And we can take some time to recover. Yeah, we can definitely take some time to recover. You don't need to recover. You do, though. So we'll just have you guys heal up a bit. And you can just defend, heal, heal, defend, heal. You're pretty much full now, so move as close as you can to the giant. Just defend. Okay, you're at full as well, and now we can finish off the giant, who just clobbered Locklear in the face. Unfortunate, but we should be able to win this quite capably. And there we go. Giant down. James's defense ability is improved. Not bad. The only person that's really going to have loot is you. Ooh, you have one of these. You have one of those. They're pretty good. Take that. Leave the rest of it, honestly. It's not that useful. What do you have? Ooh, rations. That's not bad. Take the rations. Take the money, too. We're just over 10,000. That's more rations. I can take 3 of them? We're once again swimming in rations. This does not surprise me. And is that 14 more rations? Yup, don't need those at all. They can stay right there. Okay, did I click this one? Oh, I didn't, and I'm so glad I did. Right, these are going just on the floor, because they're nowhere near as valuable as that armor. That armor's worth a good 100 sovereigns or so. Also, that's a blessed lamprey. What kind of blessing actually does it have? Blessing 3. That's not bad. I'm going to keep that for now. Rest of it we're not going to hold on to. Right. Any more moredhel I've got to worry about? No? Genuinely surprised? Never mind. I was about to say, there are no moredhel here. There are moredhel here. There's at least one witch hag. So let's move forward. Hello! The enemy was not surprised! Okay, get right up to the witch hag. Glad you missed. For now, move here so you can hit there. That's not good. Kill. There we go, one down. That's to spare their eyes. You're gonna try and run away. Good news! You're just constantly, like, hitting your own person. Padros is getting... Aha! Padros is getting a lot of, defense increases. Right. You're not in a good way at the moment. Okay, that's not bad. Defend. Okay, you are poisoned. This does not surprise me. You were eventually hit by one of those bolts. So, eat this. Honestly, drink some of this too. It's worth it. Let's get you back to a decent amount of health. And then you immediately get hit, because of course, we are not doing well in this combat. Are you still poisoned? I thought I dealt with that poison. I'll just defend for the moment. Oh. Okay, help out Patras. Now you've got poisoned. This is unfortunate. You being out of this combat lot clear is really bad. And lots of these people are just fleeing. Okay. Can we salvage this? You're gonna attack there. Okay. Just defend for a bit. I really need Locklear in this fight. Locklear has been held for a long time by that. Pretty much the entire scuffle. As he slowly takes more hits. But we did win. We did win. James' abilities have got better. Patras is on fire again. Taking these out of combat seems to fully heal it. Also, we are absolutely going to rest until healed. Oh. Locklear is not well. He's near death. Well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I think he got poisoned too. It just didn't show me. Which is a shame. But now he's okay. Okay, now we're gonna rest until fully healed. Well, that took a couple of days. That was a mess, but, you know, we did it. You have one whole one of those. Ugh. Hand over 5 and hand over 6. That way you have 12, you have 13, and you have 12. Now, not many bodies left after that fight. I suppose you can take the sword for now. Don't know there's much else I really want on that body. Do you have anything? Restoratives? A single-use whetstone. I mean, we can actually use that. We can absolutely use that. Put that there. Pass that over. Put this here. And swap these out so that I can fix this up. 98%. Better. Much better. It's a shame we couldn't get all the other people, but, you know, what can you do? I'll tell you what we can do. We can be... That was a poisoned sword. That makes sense. It was a poisoned sword. Honestly, the poisoned sword's going to be... The sword's going to be worth more than the armor, so I'm going to take the swords. Seems weird to think that, you know, take the swords, but they really are worth more. Nothing there. You have that armor. Really don't need that armor. Let's take the swords instead, moving forward. Ah, another one of these. They're all unguarded, which... another suit of fantastic armor. Darn it. Don't need this. We don't need this lamprey when we have a good suit of armor. Let's take the armor instead. That armor is worth more. Take the armor. Getting rid of that armor next, because that armor is pretty meaty. Preoccupied to dull their senses? Well, we have just stumbled into a trap by a catapult. Oh dear. Well, that's a little unfortunate. Well, we can defend here and have you push this, which then takes that out. Which is nice. You defend. You move to here. Defend. Defend. Push. Okay. Defend. Push. Okay, that's gonna block that. We can just move past this, but I feel that's not gonna do very much. I'm just gonna go here and regret it. Yep. 60, but you know, you can heal up that. This is the important part. We can spend like a bajillion turns now and heal up. Not the most ideal solution. Also, there is a catapult here that we're probably going to have to do something about, because catapults are pretty good anti-siege weapons. And considering we're trying to prevent the moredhel from besieging Northwarden, we're going to have to deal with that. The question, however, is how. And yes, we are just literally here, waiting. If only there was a button that allowed you to just, like, rest until fully recruit. Then again, they probably, in fact, replaced probably with, they definitely did not intend for you to use these combats to heal up. Locklear gaped in wonderment at the heavy wooden catapult. They walked around the weapon and studied it from every angle, spending extra time looking at the firing and trigger mechanisms. On the whole, it appeared to be in good condition, though one of the torsion gears had broken. Moredhel must have built this toad-throwing toy to annoy the Baron. They'd never get it up past 4 old grump buckets shot them down. Perhaps, but it's of no use to them now unless someone fixed it in order to lob stones at Raglan. Now that's peculiar, now you mention it. Tell me, Lockie, if you were just going to leave something like this lying around in a field, even if you didn't have it working, would you leave it pointed at your home? What are you getting at? The only reason this thing won't function is because one of the torsion gears is broken, not something all that complicated to fix. Now suppose the gear didn't break of its own accord. Gorath told me that many of the moredhel clans had reservations about fighting under the old battle colours of Muramandus. Now if you were one of those clans and wanted a backup plan in case you wanted to back out of the strife, it would simply be a matter of installing a replacement gear and pulling the release lever. It even has a payload in the basket. Of course, assuming we could find the part ourselves, we could stir up some trouble. Maybe find a way to get to the plans Duke Martin needs in the confusion. Perhaps, but we'll need to find a replacement catapult part first. I doubt there's one lying around here somewhere, but let's check around. They searched the area for half an hour, hoping to discover a replacement part for the broken gear. When it didn't materialize, they picked up their packs and prepared to leave. Right, we have an objective. Fix up the catapult so that we can fire it at the moredhel in Raglan. Certainly not what I was thinking we'd be doing, but if it works, it works. And so, when we come back, folks, sabotaging the moredhel. And hopefully, putting an end to this attempt at sieging the castle of Northwarden. Something tells me we won't succeed at the second, but we'll probably do quite well at the first. But I don't know, I've not played this game before. For all we know, we could be that amazingly successful that we succeed at everything. And they're like, hey James, Locklear, Patras, you're the greatest. Here's a parade in your honour with 500 trumpets. And Patras is like, I wanted 600 trumpets. And so, I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Later.